Hi, today in this video we're talking about probability trees and Bayes theorem. Like our general videos, first of all we list down and understand the formula and go on with the example. But today in this video, first of all we will start with understanding an example and then try to develop the Bayes theorem. That is from where did the Bayes theorem come? Why are we doing it like this? We are doing it by this way just because this will help you to understand its application in a more better way, and we can easily make out that where this Bayes theorem is applied and where it is not applied. We would never get confused if we try to develop this example. Okay, so example states in a bolt factory, machines A, B and C manufacture respectively 25%, 35%, 40% of total output. Of their output respectively, 5%, 4% and 2% are known to be defective. So here we are simply saying, okay, there's a bolt factory. There are three machines A, B and C. Machine A produces 25% of the total output produced in the factory. Out of those 25% of what machine A has produced, out of the total output of machine A, 5% are known to be defective. Similarly, B produces 35% of total output, and whatever B is producing, 4% are known to be defective out of those. And similarly, whatever C produces, 2% are known to be defective. Let's see what the question says. Find the probability that a bolt is manufactured from machine A and is defective. Second question, a bolt is manufactured from machine B and is defective. Third, a bolt is manufactured from machine C and is defective. So first of all, let's list down the events. I've already listed down the event, that is event A1 states a randomly selected bolt is produced by machine A. Event A2 is a randomly selected bolt is produced by machine B. A3 event is that a randomly selected bolt is produced by machine C. Now let's define one more event, E, that simply states that a randomly selected bolt is defective. So these are the events that we have listed down. Now our first question is, a bolt is manufactured from machine A and is defective. We need to find its probability. So for this, first of all we need to list down our probabilities. So let's list it down. So what is the probability that a bolt is produced from machine A? So this is simply equal to 0.25 because this is 25%. What is the probability a randomly selected bolt is produced by machine B is 0.35 from here, and probability of event A3 is simply equal to 0.40. Now what happens is, our second thing, of their output respectively 5%, 4%, 2% are known to be defective. So now let's find out that what is the probability that we have selected a bolt by machine A, produced by machine A. What is the probability that that bolt is defective? So what we are saying is probability that the bolt is defective given that it is produced by machine A. So that probability is simple, this, which is 0.05. Now probability, what is the probability that the bolt is defective given that it is produced by machine B? So this is simply 0.04. And last, probability that a bolt is defective is produced by that we are given that it is produced by what is the probability that the bolt is defective given that it is produced by machine C? So this is simply 0.02. So we already have these probabilities. Now what are these? These three probabilities are conditional probabilities. We already know that. We have also done this before. Now let's move on to our first question, which says, what is the probability a bolt is manufactured from machine A and is defective? So we want, what is the probability that a bolt is selected from machine A and means intersection and is defective? Probability A1 intersection E. Now we know that, let's suppose using multiplication theorem, we clearly know that probability of A1 intersection E is equal to probability of A1 multiplied by probability of event E given A1 has already occurred. So we are saying what is the probability that first of all that a bolt is produced by machine A, and second what is the probability that the bolt is defective given that it is produced by machine A. So this is simply 0.25 into this probability of 0.05, which is equal to 0.0125. Similarly, second question which says probability A2 intersection E is equal to probability of event A2 into probability of event E given A2 has already occurred, right? So this is equal to 0.35 into 0.04. From here we are getting these probabilities, which is simply equal to 0.014, right? So now our third probability is probability of event A3 intersection E, which is equal to probability of event A3 multiplied by probability of event E given A3 has already occurred, right? So this is simply equal to 0.4 into 0.02, which is equal to 0.008, right? So here we have simply listed on the probability that okay, a bolt is manufactured from machine A and is defective. A bolt is manufactured from machine B and is defective. A bolt is manufactured from machine C and is defective. Next question. A bolt is selected at random. What is the probability that the bolt selected is defective? Now we know, since we know A1, A2 and A3 are all mutually exclusive. That is, there's nothing is in common. Either a bolt is produced from machine A or by machine B. A bolt can never be produced from both the machines, right? From here we can use theorem of total probability. Total probability. Why? Because we need that a bolt is defective. We simply need the probability of event E that a bolt is defective. So when in what all cases will the bolt be defective? It will be defective case when it is produced by machine A and is defective, plus when it is produced by machine B and is defective, plus when it is produced by machine C and is defective. So we have already computed these formulas. From here we can simply fetch in this value, but let's write down it by expanding them as well. So this is A1 into probability of event E given A1 has already occurred, plus probability of event A2 into probability of event E given A2 has already occurred, plus probability of event A3 into probability of event E given A3 has already occurred. So we can simply fetch in the values. We know for probability A1 intersection E is this. So this is 0.0125, right? Plus 0.014. Copying the values from here, and then this is 0.008. So this is simply 0.0345. So we are saying we have that if a bolt is selected, randomly, then there is 0.0345 probability that the bolt is defective. This is something that we have done in our previous part also. But now let's first of all arrange this entire thing into a probability tree. So when we want to define this into a probability tree, what is it? Okay, so let's start. First of all, we have this. Now there's a bolt, right? So let's suppose bolt can be manufactured by either of the three machines A, B and C. So we are saying okay, there are three events A1, A2 and A3, right? So what is the probabilities of each event? So we are saying probability of this A1, this is simply equal to, we can see from here that probability of A1 is equal to 0.25. Then what is the probability of occurrence of A2? This is simply equal to 0.35. And probability of event A3, this is again equal to from here 0.4. Now this is starting point, right? Now we are saying okay, we know that the bolt is produced by machine A, by machine B and machine C. Now what is the probability of the occurrence of event E? That is okay, We know now, we already know that a bolt is produced by machine A. What is the now what is the probability that will be defective? So that we need is event E, given the probability of event E given that A1 has already occurred, right? And these probabilities we are already given. This is equal to 0.05. I am simply copying the values from here. And this is probability of event E given A2. This is 0.04. And this is the third event E, which is probability of event E given A3, which is equal to 0.02. Right? So this entire structure that we have made is known as a probability tree. Right? Now we have reached here. Now, if I want to find out the probability of reaching this point, so how will I find it out? So for this, what I will do is, I'll simply find out probability of A1 into probability of event E given A1, right? And this also is simply 0.25 into 0.05, which is equal to 0.0125. So similarly, this is probability of event A2 into probability, now event E will occur since we already know event A2 has occurred. This we have already calculated over here. So I am simply copying down the values now. This is 0.014. Now this is probability of event A3 into probability of event E given A3 has already occurred, and this we know is already 0.008, right? Now let's add this entire, all the three values together. So the sum of these three values will be 0.0345. We have already found this over here. So this is how we construct our probability tree, where we mention the beginning events and then the later events, and we write them like this. So this is a general probability tree where we are simply describing our events, right? So this is how we construct a probability tree. Now in case there are more than 3 branches, you can construct another branch like this over here. Similarly, you can construct as many branches as you need. So now we have another question with us. And the question states, okay, so the question states a bolt selected at random is defective. Okay, earlier we were told that, you know, that a bolt is selected by machine A1 or machine A or machine B or machine C. Now we are saying a bolt selected at random is defective. What is the probability that a bolt is manufactured from machine A? So what is the difference now? Earlier the difference was, earlier we knew that the machine is manufactured by machine A or B or C, and we need to find out that whether the bolt is defective or not, or what is the probability that the bolt is defective. But now the question is different. Now we know that a bolt is selected at random and that bolt is defective. What is the probability that it is produced by machine A? Now we need to find this out. So now how will we find this out? For this, so this means what is the probability of occurrence of event A1 given E has already occurred. That is what is the probability that a bolt is selected at random is produced by machine A given that it is already defective. Yes or no? So now this is the case. So now how will we find this out? So for this, what we exactly know is, we know that if we want to find out this thing, conditional probability also has the formula of this. Simply state this is probability of A1 intersection E given probability of event E, right? We already know we have this formula. So we can simply use over here. So this means probability of event A1 intersection E upon probability of event E. This is the conditional probability. This is how we find out the conditional probability. This you can also have a look in at our previous video. We've already discussed this part in detail. So from here, what we can say is probability of A1 intersection E is probability of A1 into probability of simply event E given A1 has already occurred. This we have already seen over here. We have used this multiplication theorem. Now we already have this upon probability of E. Now what is the probability of event E? probability or the total probability of event E, or simply what is the probability that a bolt is defective. We have found this over here. So we have this formula which says, okay, probability of A1 multiplied by probability of event E given A1 has already occurred, plus probability of event A2 multiplied by probability of event E given A2 has already occurred, plus probability of event A3 into probability of event E given A3 has already occurred, right? So this we have also seen over here. This is the entire formula that I've copied it over here. So now we have this, right? So I also have the value of this part from here. This is 0.0125. 0.0125 upon this entire value is also something we have computed over here. So this is 0.0345, which is equal to 0.3623, right? So here we are saying that there are 36.23% chances that it is produced by machine A, right? Now by simply looking at this, we can make out that what is Bayes' theorem. From here we can say, okay, let A1 to AN be n mutually exclusive events. That is, there is nothing common in the events, because we have already seen that A over here producing by machine A, by machine B and machine C are mutually exclusive. There is nothing common in between them. If a good is produced, if output is produced by machine A, it cannot be produced by machine B. Such that they form a partition of the sample space S, that is A1 union A2 union so on union AN is equal to S. So what does this mean? We are simply saying we have a sample space S. Now we have partitioned this into, let's suppose, okay, we have different of this kinds. Let's take this partition, or we can take a more simpler partition that will help us to understand it very easily. Okay, so let's suppose we have these three partitions now. This is A, B, C. Now we are saying this is the output produced by machine A, by machine B, by machine C. So first of all, we are saying that this entire thing is making our entire sample space, entire output. Now we are saying let E be an event so that E can occur in conjunction with only one of the events and probability of E is greater than 0. We are saying so that E can occur in conjunction with the only one of the events means if it is occurring with A, this event, it will not occur with this part, will not occur with B, will not occur with C. So we are simply saying let this be the event E, right? Then in this case, we are saying if this is true, then the conditional probability of occurrence of event AI given that E has already occurred is given by probability AI given that E has already occurred. Over here it's the defective good E and over here it's the machinery from which the output is produced. So this is probability of AI into probability of event E given AI has already occurred upon probability of A1 into probability of event E given A1 has already occurred plus probability of A2 into probability of event E given A2 has already occurred plus so on till probability of event AN given probability of event E given AN has already occurred. So this is our Bayes theorem where I ranges from 1, 2 till n. Right? Now, but what is the difference between, if I would like to ask you, what is the difference between Bayes theorem and conditional probability? See, when we are talking about conditional probability, that the probability, this probability, what is the probability that event E will occur when A1 has already occurred? We are asking what is the you know that this A has already occurred, this part has already been done. Now what is the probability this will occur, right? So this is the probability, what is the probability that event E will occur given A1 has occurred. But now when we are saying what is the probability that A1 will occur given E has occurred means, now we are saying this region is occurred, this circular part has already occurred. What is the probability that they are saying something out of this E has already occurred? What is the probability that it is from this part, right? So this is the difference between them, right? So in one case we are saying out of the n mutually exclusive events, one has already occurred. In next we are saying, okay, an event has occurred. What is the probability out of this type of particular mutually exclusive event? So this is the difference between Bayes theorem and conditional probability. Now another question: a bolt is selected at random, is defective. What is the probability that a bolt is manufactured from machine B? So it is a very direct question. So we are saying now you know what is the probability that is from machine produced from machine B, given that it is already defective. This is simply probability of A2 intersection E upon probability of event E. This is basically we are applying the Bayes theorem from here, right? We are applying this Bayes theorem. So, but since we have already computed these values, I am not stating them again, or we can write like this: probability of A2 into probability of E given A2 has already occurred upon probability of A1 into probability of event E given A1 has occurred, plus probability of event A2 into probability of event E given A2 has already occurred, plus probability of A3 into probability of event E given A3 has already occurred. So by this we can simply make this out. We already have the figures over here, and this, so we have 0.014 upon 0.0345. So this is simply 0.014 upon 0.0345, which is equal to 0.4058. Similarly, what is the probability of occurrence of event C or event A3, or that the bolt is produced by machine C given that it is defective, is probability, or we can simply put in the values from here. We have that intersection is 0.008 and the total is 0.0345. So this is 0.008 upon 0.0345, which is equal to 0.2319. Right? So this is how we apply Bayes theorem. Now, but from this we can make out one more thing. We can make out about prior probabilities and posterior probabilities. These are two different concepts. First of all, what is prior probabilities? When we are saying that the probabilities, probability of A1, probability of A2, the probability of AN, which were already known before, before performing an experiment, those are known as prior probabilities. That is before the fact, before the fact probabilities. What happens is, now I am saying, okay, what is the probability that a bolt is selected? Basically, when we are saying, okay, a machine is producing some output, what is the probability it will be defective? It will be dependent upon which machine is producing it. So these are the prior probabilities. But when we were computing these, probability of event A1 given E has already occurred, probability of event A2 given E has already occurred, probability of event AN given E has already occurred, these probabilities are known as posterior probabilities or after the fact probabilities, right? And what is Bayes theorem used? Bayes theorem is used to find these posterior probabilities. Now, let's simply define the entire event structure in a format of a table, right? So now when we want to convert into table event AI, so we need event AIs are simply, we know A1, A2, A3. Now prior probabilities, probability of AI, from here we can simply write down these probabilities: 0.25, 0.35 and 0.4. So this is 0.25, 0.35 and 0.4. Remember this, sum will always be 1 over here. Next is conditional probability. This we have already computed over here. This 0.05, 0.04 and 0.02. So just write this down. 0.05, 0.04, 0.02. Joint probability is the intersection. So we already know these joint probabilities are calculated by simply multiplying this and this, which is over here like multiplying column 1 and column 2. Sorry, column 2 and column 3. So from there we get this as 0.0125, 0.014, 0.008. Let's sum them up. When we sum them up, we get 0.0345. And this is the probability that of event E. Now posterior probability simply states, we know this is this AI upon probability of AI intersection E upon probability of E. So from here and this we can compute this as, I'll write down for 1, rest I'll simply write down the value 0.0345 and this is simply equal to 0.3623. Rest values I'm simply copying down 0.4058 and 0.2319 because we have already computed these values over here. And when we will now sum this up, this sum should also be equal to 1, right? So this is how we form a table where we are summarizing everything. This is also very important from exam point of view and your probability trees as well. Now let's do a simple brief example where we'll be straight away going on to the Bayes theorem, formula based. So now the question states, an insurance company insured 2,000 scooter drivers, 4,000 car drivers, 6,000 truck drivers. The probability of accident is 0.01, 0.03 and 0.15 respectively. That is, if a scooter driver is insured, then the accident will be probability of 0.01. For car driver 0.03 and truck driver 0.15. One of the insured person meets an accident. What is the probability that is a scooter driver? So we can easily make, first of all, saying that the event that occurs first, we are asking its probability given that the second event has already occurred, right? That the accident already occurred. What is the probability that the insured person was a scooter driver, right? So now, first of all, what is the total of these 2,000, 4,000, 6,000? This makes a total of 12,000. So now we are saying that company has insured total of 12,000. Now, let's define the event. An insured person is a scooter driver, an insured person is a car driver, and an insured person is a truck driver. Event E, an insured person meets an accident. From here, what can we say? We can say probability of event A1 is 2,000 upon 12,000, right? Probability of event A2 is equal to 4,000 upon 12,000, and probability of event A3 is equal to 6,000 upon 12,000. Let's brief this up. This is 1 by 6, this is 1 by 3, this is 1 by 2. Now next is, what is the probability that event E will occur given that A1 has already occurred is simply 0.01. Probability event E will occur given A2 has already occurred is 0.03. And probability that event E will occur given A3 has already occurred is 0.15. Now what do we need? Now we need to compute is probability of event A1 given as E has already occurred. That what is the probability that since we know an insured person met an accident, what is the probability that it has been met by a scooter driver, and this is the known information. This is simply probability of A1 into probability of E given A1 has already occurred upon probability of A1 into probability of E given A1 has already occurred plus probability of A2 into probability of E given A2 has already occurred plus probability of A3 into probability of E given A3 has already occurred. So simply putting in the values, so first one, this is 1 by 6 into 0.01 upon 1 by 6 into 0.01 plus 1 by 3 into 0.03, right, plus 1 by 2 into 0.15. Now by this is simply equal to 1 upon 52, right? So this is the probability that that is a scooter driver given that the insured person has already met with an accident, right? So this is the main application of Bayes theorem. Now I hope you like this video. Do subscribe this channel for more videos. In our next videos, we'll be talking about random variable and discrete probability distributions. Thank you.